Language is power.
Language is power.
Lenguaje es poder.
Language is
Ahora, the language is power.
the language.
Welcome back to Language is Power, the podcast where we discuss the special stories of people learning English as a second language. I'm your host this time, Dr. Jennifer Hodgins, Academic Dean of Atlanta English Institute. Last month, actually, we talked to Miriam Okuyushu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I apologize, Miriam, if I got it wrong, from Istanbul, Turkey. And this time we will be talking to Mr. Allan Silva from Costa Rica. So welcome, Allan. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you, teacher.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Costa Rica to start?
Let's start over.
No, it's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely.
First of all, and a little bit about Costa Rica and me.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in Costa Rica, and that's where I raised.
I was raised. Yes.
Costa Rica is a little country. We don't have an army since 1940. Let me check. I forgot. 1940 something. It was.
Okay.
Oh dang!
Almost 80 something years ago.
Yeah, it was in 90. Please cool off that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, 90. It was in the 90s something.
In the 1900s.
1940 something. I forgot.
1940 something. So like around World War II.
Yeah, 1940 something.
Okay.
I forgot.
It's fine.
If you're Costa Rica, I'm sorry. I forgot the date. We have a slang, our own slang. It's Pura Vida, which means
Pura Vida.
Pure life.
Okay.
As you might know, it was adopted by a Mexican movie. Right. How? I don't know why.
From like 1952.
Yeah, that's
this
what
movie.
they say, right?
Yeah.
Someone saw the movie, everyone saw the movie, someone said Pura Vida, and all of a sudden a Costa Rican was like, let's have this word, our slang, Pura Vida.
For everything.
And for everything. It's even like a lifestyle. I think it's also like a lifestyle being Pura Vida. Yeah. Pura Vida could be used like hello, goodbye, I'm okay. Everything is Pura Vida. We don't...
It's like an aesthetic too, right?
Yeah, just, how are you? Instead of how are you, say Pura Vida, and you reply back, let's say Pura Vida.
Okay.
So that's, we also say my a lot, which is like bro. We use that sentence in that word in every sentence.
Okay.
My, how are you? My, I'm leaving.
Okay.
My, goodbye, my. So I don't know. It's my and Pura Vida. When we are ticos together, also we are called ticos. Now Costa Ricans were called ticos.
Ticos. Okay, I've never heard that demonym.
You will start here, my, Pura Vida, my.
Okay.
It's a nice country.
Yeah.
It has one of the blue zones.
Doesn't they have gorgeous like mountains and beaches?
Yeah,
both?
yes. We have a... Yeah, it's a beautiful country.
Yeah.
I think it has like the 5% of nature ecosystem. Is that the word?
Ecosystem. Yeah.
It has the 5% of the word ecosystem in Costa Rica.
Wow.
And we're proud of not having an army.
Yeah.
We're like a Pacific country, kind of, and that's Costa Rica. We have a lot of things you can do. You can have fun a lot.
That's wonderful.
We have bad things like every country.
Yeah, every country.
The only
has
problem is that
problems.
it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
I think it's the expensive country in Latin America.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Even it has the highest salary, but it's still expensive.
Wow. So tell me how you came to begin your language journey.
Okay. Well, since I was a kid, I think I had like a type of talent in it with English.
Okay.
Now I just remind my father. We have some family members living here. So when I was a small kid, my father and my father sent my mother and I to have some vacations here in the United States. So I used to hear my cousins speaking English. Right?
Okay.
They don't speak Spanish at all. So I think that's how I learned a little bit. Getting used to the English. You know, maybe training my ears for the English.
Definitely getting at those deep brain structures or something.
So my father also was a really big fan of Michael Jackson. And when I was a kid, when I was 7, 8, 9, or 12, I guess, my father bought those Michael Jackson CDs.
Okay.
I remember they came with like 2 CDs. This CD was really interesting because It was one CD, but you can flip the CD.
And it had data on both
And
sides.
it had data on both sides.
That's
You
cool.
were able to see well, it was like 24 tracks, video tracks. And I used to sing English. I don't know what I used to sing. And I used to dance.
Okay.
Also, I remember that I used to, when I was in school, and they do like talent shows.
Right.
Back on time, I was how do you call it? It's not a, we call him punketo, the person who likes punk music.
Punk music, like a punk rocker or a punk.
So I was a punk.
Okay.
Back on time, I used to have slim jeans, black shirts,
Tight
a lot
fit.
of things in my hands with the
Spikes. Yeah.
and rings when I was at school. And I remember used to like Papa Roach back on time a lot. So I sing one of the songs from Papa Roach.
Okay.
The way that I sing the song was practicing and repeating what I used to hear. I didn't even have the
Specific words, it was
lyrics.
just sound.
Yeah, it was just sound. And I was writing, I remember the sound in the paper. Okay, this sounds like this. I think it's like this, I would say. For example, it says rock. I'm going to write down rock. I don't even know how it's spelled, but I'm going to write how it sounds. So that's how I learned that song. And then I sing it in front of everyone. I was shaking, but I did it.
Yeah.
So I dropped out from school when I was in secondary.
In secondary, when you were a teenager?
When I was a teenager. So it was a kind of headache for my parents. And my father was like, okay, let's make a deal. He always supported me, even though I was not really good back on time. So he was like, study English. This will help you for your future. I'm gonna pay it. Just do you want to do it? It was like, okay, it's free. He's paying for that, so I will take advantage of that. So I start studying English in a place called AEI. No, this is AEI.
This is AEI. Was it
Elisa International Language Institute.
Okay.
They also had foreign native English speakers, but
As the teachers?
yeah, but I was with a Costa Rican. Old Herureña is his name. Okay. Even the guy looks super white. The guy is white, blue eyes. He looks like from England. Even though he was white, blue eyes, and he spoke British.
Okay, British English.
Yeah, British English. That guy was fun. Was a friend of mine now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We have some drinks for now.
Okay.
Yeah,
After graduation.
After becoming an adult.
Okay, well that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what happened after English school? You said you dropped out?
Yeah. Well, I dropped out secondary.
Of secondary.
But I finished English.
You finished the English.
I learned nothing in the school, just the
didn't learn
basics.
anything.
I didn't learn anything in the school. It was just the basic. I was having fun. I made a lot of friends too.
Yeah.
So I was not longer a punk at that time. I used to like reggaeton and dancehall. So from dressing as a punk, I started dressing like a hip hop guy.
Okay. With like looser fit.
Big shirts.
Yeah.
I was showing my butt. I remember the Nike Air Force One.
Nikes.
And I was using earrings. So
wow.
This is my second transformation.
Okay.
So I learned English from there. I finished. I was also working in a body shop, right? And I finished the body shop. Then I moved to another country.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you went to you said Brazil next.
I moved to Brazil after finishes the school. While I was working in a body shop, rushing and taking out stripping the paint off from the cars. I was getting tired of that kind of life. So the owner sent me to clean the roof. Big roof with like
a big warehouse.
And it was like I want to change my life. And I called my father. He was already in Brazil. So I asked for him. So I asked him for some help, and he said, you can come to Brazil. I'll bring you and your sister and you, so you can study. And I did what is called supletivo rápido, what is fast secondary. I don't know.
Accelerated learning.
Yeah. So that's where I finished. And also I was working. And before I start speaking Portuguese, I didn't know nothing Portuguese. So the way I was communicating with people was in English.
Okay,
That's the
yeah.
fun fact. And
Because English is sort of like it seems silly to call it lingua franca because that means French language, but the common tongue that people can talk.
also everyone was trying to learn English because it's like it was like it is a need still. It's necessary to speak English right now because United States has a lot of money and businesses and job opportunities, and we need to learn some English. So back in time I used to just speak English
Wow.
with at the beginning. Then I learned Portuguese. um, should I tell you the story, the other story?
Which story?
The one that I left from Brazil to
Yeah, how you came
Okay.
from Brazil to
So-
what was the next place?
So after that, I finished. We went back Rupsi for all the Dutch scandal. The company got affected. Petrobras, they stopped to buying products from us. Our company was an oil and gas company. We used to develop chemics for oil extraction, and we used to sell the chemics to Petrobras. And the government was auditing Petrobras, and they stopped buying from the suppliers.
Right.
And
Because
we-
of the corruption.
Yes, and we're one of the suppliers, so all our eggs were put in just one basket, and that's how we lost everything, And my father was like, "The boat is sinking.
Goodness.
What do you want to do in your life?" And I was like, "Okay, I want to study." But he's okay. There's no money to study here in Brazil.
Right.
He was living in Rio de Janeiro, in Costa Rica, in front of the Christ. And
The Cristo Redentor. The
it
big
was a really
Jesus.
safe place. My father was fine. He was good, earning good money back in time, and was able to pay all the expenses for us. And the problem with Rio is that Brazil is rich, but it's poor at the same time. So if you want to live at least in a good apartment, and a good apartment is a small apartment, you have to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And quality of life is not good. But after the bankruptcy, it was like, okay, if you want to stay, you will suffer the consequences because we are living in Brazil, right? Brazil is not, it's hard
Yeah.
to make money. So I was like, okay, I don't want to go back to Costa Rica. I want to do something. And I just did research on internet. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to have my own company, which I
Okay.
still don't have. Maybe in 10 years, I don't
Yeah.
know. But,
Maybe in 3.
and maybe I decided to move to Spain with blind eyes. I want to go to this place. I called this place, and they told me, we can help you, and that's how I took the decision.
Okay.
I studied marketing, like an associate degree.
Okay. Awesome.
I didn't use the English at all. in
Really?
Spain because everyone, Spanish people is really
Okay. Spanish people at a Spanish school. It makes sense. You're all speaking Spanish
So
naturally.
After I finished my associates in Spain, I went back to Costa Rica, and first job I got, in the first week I went back to Costa Rica, was in a call center called Sykes.
Call center.
Call center. Call center. Call center.
Yeah,
Center.
call center.
Call
I used to
center.
work in one too.
So my nightmare started there, but that's how I learned English.
Okay.
So they hired me for Nokia, and I was providing support to Cisco engineers, I think. No, it was
Okay.
not Cisco engineer. It was like a communication engineer, something like that. They used to
Okay.
work with communications with, I don't know.
Like
So-
helping them set up their phone lines or
no,
something?
No, with engineers. Those big stuff that where they put the I don't know how it works.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah.
So
Okay.
they just used to call us, right? And
Right.
mainly in Portuguese, but we also have English calls. And I was like, I still remember I told my boss I wanted to earn some money. It was like, hey, I speak English.
Right.
Why don't you let me just handle an English call? So, I just want to practice.
Okay, yeah.
So I spent like a year working for free. I was getting paid, but I was not getting paid for English.
Oh, I see. There's like a higher pay rate if
Yeah.
you do the English,
Yeah.
I see.
So after a year, I developed my English. I started we have American engineers calling us, Indian engineers calling us. It was kind of hard trying to understand them, but that's how I learned.
Yeah.
And then I moved from Nokia to Intel. Intel warranty department.
Wow.
So I moved to Intel, the processors company,
Yeah, yeah.
and they hired me for English and Portuguese, and that's how I developed more of my English, speaking with native English speakers, right?
Amazing. So,
And-
what brought you to study in the U.S. since you
Uh,
were already learning English and getting relatively fluent in it?
Well, I always struggle with my English.
Oh.
The way that I learned it was like in the streets, basically, right? So I was not really proficiency, right?
I wasn't proficient.
Proficient.
Yeah.
I was not really proficient in my English, and my father moved to the United States. They have a small business, and
Okay.
he was like, they offered me the opportunity to study here like 10 years ago. No, 6 years ago.
Okay.
Actually, I came to this place 4 years ago. I met Miss Julie. I met the director.
Oh,
4 years.
wow.
This is the first time I came in, and I introduced myself. But I was in a relationship that it lasts 5 years. So after I had a breakup, and was like, I should study English.
Yeah. Oh, my heart.
This breakup makes me feel like I want to learn English. So
Okay. I mean, one of the best ways to deal with heartbreak is to throw yourself into a new project.
it's correct. The best way is to learn English and move to another country.
Wow, it was that bad, the breakup.
So that's how I got here. And I started from level 4 with Mr. Team.
Okay.
Teacher, actually, one of the best.
Yeah.
So Team, you are one of the best.
Mr. Tim, we love Mr. Tim.
I love you, Mr. Team.
Okay. So great. Well, how did you find out about AEI?
I went to a place, I won't say the name because it's a
Competitor?
competitor.
That's fine.
They were trying to charge me a lot of money. So actually, that person who recommended this place works in that place.
Yeah.
And when I go to university, they told me you have to do the TOEFL, but you have to do it here. And then she was like, at the end, there's a better place you can go. It's called AEI.
Wait, so our competitor actually said
Yeah.
we were nice? Oh, well, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Very
I
cool.
won't say it here either. The person isn't see or who it was, but he helped me to get here.
That's nice.
And that's how the first time I came here, I saw Sandra, and I saw the person from the desk.
Then the front desk,
Front
Miss
desk,
Jenny?
Miss Jenny,
Mm-hmm.
and Miss Julie, and that's how I got here.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
And then you left and came back?
I left, and after 4 years, I came back.
Okay. Do you want to tell us why?
Because of the breakup.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I came with my ex here to this place.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So I was in love, and you are dumb sometimes, I guess.
Make
Uh,
poor decisions,
poor
perhaps.
decisions, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. It helped me for a lot of things,
Yeah.
So now I'm here in the United States.
That's great. So, do you have Actually, why don't you tell me what is your favorite thing about the U.S. or studying in the U.S.?
My favorite thing is the U.S. Well, one of my favorite things about the U.S. is that, oh gosh, that's a hard word. Favorite thing about U.S. Do I have a favorite thing about
Do you have a favorite thing?
Mm.
Or maybe the favorite thing about studying here?
Okay, favorite thing about U.S. It's I have met a lot of people now from a lot of ethnicities,
Yeah.
and from ethnicities I didn't even know that they existed, like Laos. It was like, you're from Vietnam? No, I'm from Laos. Or I have met Chinese people. Well, a lot of ethnicities. So your mind opens to all their boundaries, and you have a wider point of view of how the people is and how the world works.
It really does expand your perspective to talk to people from so many different backgrounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. And I like that thing about United States.
Yeah.
And my favorite place, I like cowboys. I don't know why.
You like cowboys?
I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's because I was born in Costa Rica and I like to see farms and I like animals. And actually, one of my favorite places is Dalóniga.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's super
That's
white.
here in Georgia
All the
because of all
Americans.
the like.
But I mean, I love it. I went there 3 times already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I like the farms. I like vineyards. They have a lot of vineyards. I mean, I like the countryside
Okay.
because of the nature. Maybe it's because of my roots, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't really like the downtown, the town and kind of stuff.
Yeah, Atlanta's very urban in the center part, but it has we have so many pretty farms and trees, forests and waterfalls even. It's really cool.
Yeah, actually, I
So-
would like to live one day in a farm.
In a farm.
That's my dream. Actually, one of my dreams is to have a vineyard. I think
vineyard.
Yeah, vineyard. I
Okay.
don't think I will have one, but that's one of my dreams.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have any recommendations for other people who might want to study in the United States?
First, inform yourself. Have a good communication with the person that is helping you coming to the United States because you want to do the things correctly.
Mm-hmm.
If you're coming to the United States it's because you want to study, right, to develop yourself.
Yeah.
And just prepare enough to come to the United States and study as an international student. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then what's the best advice you've ever received?
A lot of advices from from who? From the school? From whatever?
I mean, hit me with your best one.
Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time
Don't waste your time on everything. Just time is valuable.
So don't waste it
So
in
don't
general.
waste it in stupid things.
Okay.
And my grandfather used to tell me a lot of these things.
Oh, yeah?
And now I comprehend what he meant. Like every time you I mean, just how can I say this? Since the time is valid, you have to take it, not aprovecharlo. Let me just check this word. Just like I forgot.
It's like because your time is valuable, you have to take it seriously.
Yeah. Make the most.
Make
of
the
your
most
time.
of it.
Make the most of your time. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Make the most of your time. Because you are getting old. I'm 31 now.
Yeah.
No, just scoop that.
No.
I'm 21 now.
Okay, you're 21 now. You just turned 21. Okay, got that for the camera.
No, I mean, you when you are 21, you never think that you're going to get old.
Right. It's almost like feeling immortal.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're 31 and then you start thinking about your life and what I have done with my life. And it's kind of depressing. No, I'm kidding.
No.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy with what I have done. I think it's part of the learning path for
Definitely.
you to get better. But yeah, don't waste your time. If you're coming here studying English, take advantage of everything. Because if you're coming back to your hometown, the English will help you to get better job opportunities, life opportunities.
Yeah.
Because that's now English. It's really important. The money is here.
So how has studying at AEI helped you achieve these dreams of yours that you're
Helped me a lot. Actually.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know the structure.
the structure?
I still learn. I have to study
Of
more.
course.
I have to be more diligent.
Yeah.
But it helps me a lot with my English, my conversational skills, my grammar.
Yeah.
Actually, with our team class, your class, and other classes,
Yeah.
I learned a lot about the structure. Actually, I learned the basics with me cert team,
Yeah.
and since then, I feel like I speak better English than I used to speak English.
Definitely. I've seen improvements since you were first in my class as well. So I think that's wonderful to hear too. Good. All right. So what is your dream now? Your final professional or academic goal?
My dream now, I want to have an associate degree in business administration. As I said, I want to be one day a business owner.
An entrepreneur, yeah.
And so I want to just finish this, see what happens next. I don't know what will happen next after I graduate as a business administrator.
All right.
it will help me. I don't know, create my own business, my hometown, or something like that. You know.
Fantastic.
So I don't know what will happen next. Maybe some opportunities will be open to me. I don't know.
Of course. So I just want to ask you one more question because our time is almost up. Why would you say language is power?
Because you can communicate with everyone.
Yeah.
The people with money too.
That's always helpful. Okay, well, great. Thank you so much for being our guest this week, Allan. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all of the different platforms where you can find your favorite podcasts. And next month, I believe we'll be releasing our next podcast at the beginning of May. So thank you, and have a good afternoon, everybody.